Okay, let's unpack this. For today's deep dive, we are looking at a single real estate listing, and it's a fantastic case study in mitigating risk with older homes.
It really is.
And just so everyone's on the same page, this is the property listed by Laura Dahl of Epique Realty.
Right. And if you want to follow along with the source material, grab this address.
It's 120 E Holston Ave. That's Holston, Johnson City, Tennessee, 37601.
So we're looking at a 1920 build. It's got 4 bedrooms, just under 2,000 square feet, and it was listed at $324,900.
And the status is key here, right? It says under contract showing.
Exactly. That tells you there's already an accepted offer, but they're still letting people in the door. It signals there's a lot of heat on this property.
So our mission is to figure out why. Why is a home that's over a century old being called an investor's dream?
Well, the listing gives us our first big clue. It has great bones, which we hear all the time, but the real kicker is no historical restrictions. For an investor, that is just gold. It means freedom.
It's the biggest gift you could ask for. So let's get into the less glamorous stuff, the things that really provide peace of mind.
This is the $50,000 reason it's such a great deal. The sellers already took care of the big, scary, unpredictable costs.
Okay, like what?
For starters, the sewer line from the house all the way to the street. That was replaced back in 2008.
That's a huge one.
A huge one. And even more dramatic, the entire home was professionally leveled in 2021.
Wow. Leveling a historic home is one of the single most invasive and expensive jobs you can possibly face.
Exactly. And that receipt is only a few years old. A new buyer is avoiding that massive, massive capital hit right out of the gate.
And the roof is newer too, right?
Yep, installed in 2014. So you've basically eliminated the big 3 worries for any century-old property. Foundation, sewer, roof. Done.
So once the structure was secure, it looks like they shifted focus to, market appeal, making it look good.
That's the smart play. In 2021, they did a bunch of interior work. New foyer, new doors, and they did a common cost-saving trick. They dropped the ceiling and added recessed lighting.
Instantly modernizes the space without having to touch that old, expensive plaster.
Right, and that modern feel carries right into the kitchen. It's fully remodeled. You've got stainless steel appliances, Corian countertops, a seamless sink.
So the seller basically handed the investor a de-risked asset that just needs the final cosmetic touches.
That's the idea.
But wait a minute. For just under $325,000, the pool still needs a new liner. Is that really an investor's dream, or is it just, a hidden cost?
Well, that's the strategic part of this. The property's on a huge corner lot for a downtown location, over 8,700 square feet.
Okay, yeah, that's big.
And that includes a private in-ground pool. The listing is up front. It says the liner needs replacing. That's a manageable fix.
Right, it's a known quantity.
But they also point out that the pump is newer, from 2019, and the salt system was updated in 2014. So you're paying for the expensive parts, the shell, and the system. The liner is just the finishing touch.
Okay, that makes sense. And if we connect this to a rental strategy, the location is pretty ideal for some high-demand tenants.
Oh, absolutely. It is genuinely walkable to downtown Johnson City, all the shops, the restaurants, the festivals.
And it's right near ETSU and the VA.
Which points you to 2 very lucrative rental strategies right there. You've got dedicated student housing, or maybe even better, short-term rentals for traveling medical professionals.
Plus, with that big corner lot, you've got parking options, which is always a problem downtown. And it's a block from an elementary school, so it could appeal to families, too.
It checks a lot of boxes.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? The big takeaway here is that this listing is a masterclass in strategic value. The real prize isn't just the charm. It's that the previous owners absorbed all the truly expensive, headache-inducing infrastructure work. Leveling the house, replacing that sewer line.
Right. And that frees up your capital as the next buyer to focus only on the fun stuff, the cosmetic work that directly increases that rental or resale value.
Which brings us to a final thought for you to consider.
Yeah. Given the age of this home, 1920, and the amount of recent foundational work, what other non-obvious systems should you prioritize? Think about things like the old electrical wiring or original plumbing vents. What's next on your long-term maintenance budget to make sure this asset stays secure for another decade?
Something to think about as you evaluate your next move. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Keep learning.